Hello, how are you? This is Carlos Montero. We are here live from Doha, Qatar, where the most important sport party of the world has just started. We are going to broadcast every single day, half an hour from the field until the end of the tournament. But let's start right now with the headlines. Host Qatar played the opening match against Ecuador in the return to a World Cup.
Qatar! Ecuador 2, Qatar 0. Sorry, Papa. Sorry, bro. Ecuador 1. No. Ecuador. Beautiful play from. I'm sorry, Ecuador 1. Sorry.
Welcome to Qatar, but we will win tonight.
Beautiful country, but Ecuador 1.
Ole, 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 ole. Campeón.
32 teams ready to roll the ball in the 64 matches of the first World Cup in the Middle East. In just a few hours, Africa makes its debut on the field when the current champion of the continent, Senegal, face Netherlands. In this stadium, the first goal of the tournament of the World Cup Qatar 2022 was from a Latin American, Valencia, the star of the Ecuadorian team that's playing against the home team, Qatar. So far, Ecuador is winning 2-0. They are during the halftime. In that stadium, too, it was the opening ceremony. It really was really emotional. It was really wonderful show. It fulfilled all the expectations we were having. You know, before it was some problem with some of the actors like Shakira. Rod Stewart didn't want to participate, and a young Korean singer was the main star. We were really surprised about Doha, Qatar. We've been here for 72 hours. We've been walking, talking to people, and that's what we find out. Welcome to Qatar, most people tell us on the street. They think this is a unique opportunity for this small country in the Persian Gulf to show the world all what they have. It's a rich country, but they want them to know too it's a human country, that there is a lot of misconception, and that's what they want to tell the whole world.
I am supporting Argentina. I love for Messi, and I'm hoping he wins the World Cup this year.
You came here to see the World Cup?
To see the World Cup, yes. I was in Qatar. I'm living here, but now, yes, came to see the World Cup.
Maradona, he's my favorite player. He inspired me. I am a very good player since my childhood. So I used to see Maradona playing, having a lot of techniques. Very energetic man, but unfortunately he died.
Let me ask you a question that you are a soccer man. Do you think that your national team has any possibilities?
My national team?
Yes, Qatar.
I think being in the World Cup is a big advantage and achievement. But I hope the best for my team, and I think that they will do very, very well.
3 million people live in Qatar, but only 1/3 of them, they were born in this country. There are more than 2 million immigrants from different parts of the world, mostly from Africa and Asia, who come here to make money. This is a rich country, like I told you before. We have the chance to talk to this young girl from Uganda, Africa. She came here to make some money. We were surprised the way she was dressed, and we asked her if she has any kind of problem in this Muslim country to dress in a way so Western. That's what she told us.
It's different, depends what job you do. For me, I'm a makeup artist and I'm a freelance, so I don't work for anybody, I work for myself, so it's really amazing here. I love it here, honestly.
You don't have no complaints?
I have absolutely no complaint. I mean, it's not just for the camera, but I just love to be in Qatar. Like, I've got so many opportunities in Qatar that I didn't get from home. So I love Qatar.
You've been here for how long?
8 years now.
8 years.
Yes.
Do you have any problem with, with the clothes you wear? They are different than the Qatari.
If I had any problem, like if they had a problem with me dressing up like this, I wouldn't be dressed up like this here.
Yeah.
I'm very okay. I'm always dressed up in like how I want, and nobody ever says nothing. It's amazing. It's just maybe a propaganda out there. And, like everybody needs to come and see what it is exactly. I'm here. Nobody touched me.
It's really an honor and honor for the leader and the people of Qatar, and also as I'm a Qatari, I'm proud to be the World Cup to be hosted in Qatar.
What do you want all those people from different parts of the world to come here to take home? What kind of memories?
The memories is a big event, and they take memories of our culture and our behavior, and see our hospitality. How is the Arab culture, and especially the Qatarian hospitality is like.
Qatar is a sovereign Arab state located in Western Asia with a land border to Saudi Arabia and the rest to the waters of the Persian Gulf. Before the discovery of oil, the Middle Eastern country was a stop for navigators who trade in pearls, pigments, fabrics, among other materials, and passed through the hands of numerous empires that claimed the territory, until the mid-19th century when the Al Thani family took over Qatar in an absolute monarchy until the present. In 1971, Qatar ceased to be a British protectorate, obtaining its independence, and from then on, with Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani at the helm, the country progressed in its development rapidly, turning its capital Doha into a symbol of the new prosperity of the country. In 2013, Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani ascended to the throne from his father's hand, and Qatar became one of the richest countries in the world. As for sports, it hosted the Asian Cup in 1988, as well as the Men's Handball World Cup in 2011 and the Men's Handball World Cup in 2015. It has also hosted other events such as the 2006 Asian Games, the 2010 World Indoor Track and Field Championship, and the 2011 Pan-Arabic Games, as well as major cycling, motorcycle racing, and Formula One events. Finally, in 2010, it was selected to be host the FIFA World Cup to be held this year.
Qatar's been waiting 12 years for this, been spending fortune to build all those stadiums, the metro, a mall, but also FIFA has to collaborate with Qatar, and they have to bring a lot of people from neighboring country. I'm here with Apurva. Apurva, I hope I pronounce it right. She's from India, and you came here because you work for FIFA.
Yes, we are a stadium chefs. Stadium chef.
What do you do? You cook here, I guess.
Yes, in the kitchen, stadium kitchen. And we have the responsibility to fill the food on the sky boxes.
Okay.
Yes, and the buffet, the lounges. So we cook the food for the lounges and the sky boxes.
How did you find that job?
This is our college placement.
At your university?
Yes.
We found many students from different parts of the world who are here, and you came and FIFA gave you a place to stay?
Yes, they give the accommodation also in the foods.
And they pay for airplane tickets?
Yes.
And you are going to be here until the end of the World Cup?
Yes, after the World Cup also.
And how was your experience so far?
The Qatar is amazing country. The infrastructure is amazing. The people here are wonderful. Yeah, so it's a wonderful experience.
You know also that in the western side they talk about that the immigrant workers, they are not treated fairly here. Do you have any information about that? What do you think?
I also heard that news, but I don't feel any kind of indiscrimination here, and I don't feel any kind of, misbehave in something. The experience is overall good so far.
FIFA give you any kind of regulation of what you have to say or you cannot say to the press, to the media?
No, they don't tell us anything about it. So we are free to say anything. Yes,
And your experience so far is nice.
it's great, wonderful.
Okay, I appreciate that. What's the team you want to win this World Cup?
I want France to win
Oh, you want France? Why?
because it's my favorite team.
Okay. We are going to talk about Benzema, one of the best players of the France national team, who's not going to be here. But good luck to France. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. You see different expression, and we are talking to different people. They give us what they feel. They give you my personal impression. The city is extremely clean. People are extremely polite. There is a lot of security, but I mean the security is soft security, because they tell what I say is they tell you no, but in a nice way. They are not aggressive, and the tourists seem to having a good time here in Doha, Qatar. Okay, the special program is just starting. Let's do something like this. I have somebody great, a person who is working with me in the special coverage, Charlie Montero. Charlie is from the USA. Charlie's been walking around town. And Charlie, what do you think so far?
I think the World Cup's incredible. Everyone's very nice here, really accepting, welcoming, and I think it's going to be a great World Cup, the first World Cup in the Middle East.
And Charlie has a chance to walk around Doha, and let's see what Charlie find out.
Thank you, Carlos. Here we are on the Shawaki Marketplace, a traditional marketplace here in Qatar. We can buy clothing, spices, handcrafts, and also eat some traditional food. As you can see behind me, there's a lot of fans passing by getting ready for the first World Cup match. If you want to, we can go talk to them right now. Okay, here we are in the Shawaki Marketplace, a traditional place in Doha. It's been here for, again, since the 20th century, and it's been renovated in 2006. Here we are with a fan from Qatar, Mohammed.
Yeah.
What's your expectations of the game tomorrow?
Hopefully tomorrow we win Ecuador, and I'm very excited to see the match. And Qatar is a really beautiful country, and hopefully we win.
How does it feel to have a World Cup here in Qatar?
It feels amazing. It makes us very proud that we're hosting a World Cup here in the Middle East in an Arab and Muslim country for the first time, and we're very happy to have all our guests here.
Welcome to another edition of Street Strikers. Will we have someone who takes away a prize? Let's find out.
And how do you think Qatar and Ecuador are going to finish the game?
It's going to be a tough game, but we hope it's a win, because a win is what's going to take us to the next round. That's the only thing. And hearing about Sadio Mane possibly not playing in the World Cup, it boosts our chances a little bit, so we hope we go to the round of 16.
What do you think the result's going to be tomorrow?
Hopefully 2-1 for Qatar.
2-1?
Yes.
And what does it mean for Qatar to have a World Cup?
It's once in a lifetime to happen here, especially in a Muslim Arab country, and not everyone gets the chance to actually be here and have fun in a World Cup country.
Today, the first day of the World Cup, we received a very sad news, very sad story from my country, from Buenos Aires, Argentina. One woman, a very courageous woman, Eve de Bonafide, the leader, the founder, or one of the founders, to be correct, of Mother of Plaza de Mayo, during years she fought to get back his missing kids during the dirty war in Argentina. She was the most visible face of that organization. It was ironic that today, when the World Cup is going to start, when here in Telesur, she was a good friend of the network. When Telesur is covering the World Cup, that friend of us, Eve de Bonafine, passed away. She loved football. She was really loved a football team from Argentina, Gimnasia y Esgrima de La Plata. But let's do a big small homage to her.
The news was communicated by the Twitter account of Cristina Fernandez, Argentinian vice president. Bonafini was an activist and a woman who fought for the human rights and had a close relationship with football as good Argentinian. She also had a special relationship with Diego Armando Maradona, to whom he sent heartfelt message during his stay on the bench of the Club Gimnasia and Esgrima La Plata. Thank you for coming to our club, to this club that we love so much and that my dad, my brother, and my husband loved. Great footballers of Gimnasia. We need this wonderful push. I don't know who came up with it, but I congratulate you, said Bonafini in 2019 when Diego assumed as head coach of the club. As a great football fan, Hebe de Bonafini talked about her prognosis for the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 during a recent interview.
It is very difficult to predict, having my heart in Argentina. I would like Argentina to win, but I don't know how things are. It is difficult. We have good players. Some of them have a lot of names. Others are good and don't have a lot of names. Hope we do well.
It was a very nice emotional tribute to this wonderful lady who passed away today. She was 93 years old. Okay, let's keep talking. The party has to keep going. We are celebrating football. We are celebrating sport. It's the most important part in the world. And we want that you be part of this coverage. We want you to participate in social media, and we are going to have every day a trivia. We're going to ask a question. The question for today, tomorrow, is going to play Senegal. It's going to be the first team from Africa who's going to play in Qatar 2022. The question we want to ask you, do you think that any of the national teams from Africa that are playing in this World Cup are going to make it to the quarterfinal? You can answer us in our Twitter account, From the Field, @From the Field. I hope you can follow us and you can participate with us. Just some of you are answering. I really appreciate. Also, you can go with the CQ bars to see our Instagram account and also send us pictures. We want that you be part of this important coverage. For the first time, Telesur is doing a special show about the World Cup in English. Let's do our first commercial. When we come back, we are going to read some of your comments. I hope you keep writing to us. This is a party, and we want to celebrate this party together. We'll be back, right back. Welcome back to From the Field. We are broadcasting live from Doha, Qatar. I'm Carlos Montero. I'm going to be your host during this half an hour. I want to take this moment to thank you very much. There are many stations from the Caribbean who are broadcasting From the Field. We really appreciate. I hope you enjoy this show. It's the first time Telesur is doing in one of our coverage of the World Cup in English, not in Spanish. In this stadium, Ecuador is winning 2-0 to Qatar, the home team. 2 goals were scored from Elmer Valencia. Elmer Valencia, there is something who he's getting along with, is the ball of Qatar 2022. A fantastic ball. I have the chance to see that. But let's have a little bit more information about this ball that Valencia so far scored 2 goals.
Al Rila is a name chosen by its manufacturer for the official ball of the Qatar 22 World Cup. It means the journey in Arabic, and is inspired by Qatar's cultural, architecture, emblematic boats, and flag, all depicted in vivid colors, and a white design with blue, red, and gold cross hatchings on a pearlescent background. Its graphics reveal the full spectrum of colors as the ball moves with speed. Painstakingly designed from data collection to withstand the maximum speed of matches, and tested in rigorous tests, wind tunnels, and on the field by several players. It's the fastest, most reliable, and accurate ball, as it travels through the air faster than any other ball in the history of the world, due to the new shape of its panels and new surface textures. With CRT core features that give it speed, accuracy, and consistency in the most intense matches, while retaining maximum shape, air, and rebound accuracy. And Speed Shell, a textured polyurethane leather with 20 panels that improve the ball's precision, stability, and rotation in the air thanks to macro and micro textures, as well as surface counter relief. Rila will be the protagonist, and will have the customized versions with the date and the name of the countries on each match.
Charlie had the chance to talk to some people from Qatar who were really excited. They were thinking today they were going to win. So far, their dream is not coming true, but look how passionate they are, those young Qatari people, about their soccer team.
Here we are with some more fans from Qatar. What's your name?
Mohammed Hashim.
And what's your expectations for the game between Qatar and Ecuador?
No, me like Qatar, but Qatar good team, no. Qatar no too much like me. Project Tamim, good, very good people.
What's it mean to be here in Qatar? ¿Qué significa estar aquí en Qatar?
Es muy importante para nosotros. La verdad que un sueño venir acá.
It's very important for us. It was a dream to be here. ¿Qué resultados esperas de Argentina en este mundial? What expectations do you have of Argentina in this World Cup?
Estamos en la final del mundo y la ganamos.
We're going to be in the final of the World Cup and we're going to become champions. And how far do you think Qatar can make it in this World Cup? Until the finals, until quarterfinals?
Maybe inshallah final help Qatar, no problem. Inshallah.
Y the finals will be against who? La final va a ser contra quién?
Contra Brasil. Me gustaría contra Brasil.
A message from Qatar to the whole world.
No problem. Message, no problem. Qatar, me like too much. Qatar.
Would you like to send a message?
Yeah. Your what name your? Telesuri, good channel. Inshallah, good coming. Inshallah. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, they say the final will be against Argentina, against Brazil.
Everybody loves Messi here in Qatar, but there is an Argentine soccer player who was a legend, who is not anymore with us, and he was a good friend of the Telesur family, Diego Armando Maradona. There are many people, not the youngest kid, but people my age who said, oh my God, we remember Maradona. He was a star. We love Diego Armando Maradona. And we are so sorry he's not anymore with us. But he's with us, he's with the family of Telesur, because he worked with us in the past. He covered different World Cups, and he was absolutely a person that the people who had the chance to work with him got really close, and they loved him very much. But let's see this story about who was really Diego Armando Maradona.
The ball is rolling again, and for 32 teams a dream is on the way, which on December 18 will become a reality for one of them. The 22nd World Cup is about to begin. The 4-year wait is coming to an end for the fans. The protagonists also lived this preview with illusion and anxiety. Nobody could describe better than Diego what it was like to step onto the World Cup pitch. Maradona makes his debut in the 1984 World Cup in a match against Belgium when he was only 21 years old, an occasion that made him very nervous.
Very anxious. You get nervous to play.
Some go to the bathroom too much, others eat too little to be faster. You start to see the players you are going to face from the side. Today the players are already in the World Cup climate. When I was asked if I was nervous, I used to say, who are we playing against? Oh, with Belgium, yes, with this one and the other one. I was looking at the list, but I didn't feel nervous. I'm not saying I had no responsibility. The responsibility was in the dressing room, in the locker room, talking to the guys. Watch out when you leave, Negro. Let Gringo use this state. Watch out, Checho. Don't go out to the middle of the field. You will leave 20 meters for them to put a ball over the top and go against Brown and Ruggieri. I saw that on the field, but what I did was to reassure my teammates. I knew that by holding the ball and having it in my head and having it in my legs and pa, and the guys would warm up and see me, and I knew they would look at me and let go.
Diego always passionately celebrated the pre-game as a player, coach and fan, emphasizing that singing the anthem is the greatest thing.
Now it's the anthem. You have to sing it. You have to feel it. Make your skin crawl. Remember your mother, remember your children, remember the Argentines who cannot watch the match because they have to go to work, because they have to carry the weight home. That is what we have to think about. And we Argentines have our hearts looking south.
Diego Armando Maradona is always with us, with people who love football. Diego is always present when we talk about this sport. Group A, today is playing, they are playing right now. Ecuador is winning 2-0 against the home team, Qatar. Tomorrow is going to be the debut of the first African nation, Senegal. Is going to have a tough game. It's going to play against Netherlands. Remember, the question of the day is the trivia of the day: how many national teams from Africa are going to make to the second round? You can answer us as @ the field. But let's see how well they did, the national team, in past World Cups.
In FIFA World Cups, only 13 African nations have participated, when the Eagles of Carthage gave Tunisia Africa's first World Cup victory at Argentina in 1978. The continent had already made its first appearance at the World Cup in 1934, when Egypt became the first African country to play in the World Cup. However, it took 36 years for the continent to be represented in the competition again, with Morocco and Mexico in 1970. Why is it that the African countries do not do so well in international games but bring great players to the teams of their former metropolis? Often, the resources given by FIFA go mostly to Europe, where the maximal potential is, also in South America, but Africa has seen damage for this through the years. Maybe this topic is related to the geopolitical situation, because this continent is a mine of gold in every sentence when we talk about natural and mineral resources, and always has been the field of exploitation of greatest nations of the world. The best performances of African selections are Ghana and Cameroon. Both went until quarterfinals in 2010 and 1990 respectively. Moreover, this time it's hoped that the teams involved in the Cup fight in similar conditions of style and talent with the principal nation.
Okay, you keep writing, you keep participating. I would really appreciate it, because we are doing the show together. You at home, you at the Caribbean, you in different countries, and we are here in Doha, Qatar, trying to listen what you write, what you tell us, and we really appreciate your participation. You can write to us at From the Field in Twitter, and also you can write to us in WhatsApp. Behind me is the game. They keep playing. Ecuador is having a great game against the host team, and the coach from Ecuador said, be careful. Qatar is the favorite team. Smart guy, he's a coach from Argentina. He knew that they have a better team. Ecuador, even though Qatar has been working very hard in the last 12 years, they have a strong coach from Spain. So that means we are going to keep following what's going on in this World Cup, and I hope really that you can be with us so we can tell you not only the sport part, also the cultural, and to see how these small countries, one of the smallest countries in the world, absolutely the smallest countries that hosted a World Cup. They don't have many people. There are 3 million people who live here in Qatar. Most of them, 80%, they were not born in Qatar. They are immigrants who come to this rich country to make some money, and they send money back to their own countries. Mostly they are from Nepal, they are from Pakistan, they are from India. Now we are going to finish. I mean, it's amazing. We went so fast. Thank you very much. I hope to see you tomorrow. We keep in touch in social media. Remember, our account is at From the Field. Thank you very much. This is Carlos Montero.
The internet is full of colors with the arrival of numerous fans of the different teams to Qatar, who have arrived with great joy raising flags and showing the insignia of the different selections, among which stand out the followers of the Ecuadorian national team who have been seen wearing the national colors as well as typical garments of the indigenous communities representing the culture of the South American country shortly before the match, according to Twitter. The presence of fans from Argentina, Brazil, Spain, Portugal, England, and Ghana has also made headlines on social media, and they have also been very happy to come to enjoy this great sporting event that is the Qatar 2022 World Cup.
We invite the fans who are watching from around the world to send us videos of how you are living this wonderful party. You can scan the QR code or tag us in Twitter at From the Field to participate in our program. To talk, I want to remind you that we are going to have the show every single day until the end of the World Cup. Tomorrow we have 3 important games. Every day we're going to have 3 games, something unique in any World Cup. Tomorrow is playing Netherlands, is playing against Senegal. Then another game that's going to be very important for the political connotation that have. USA is going to play against Iran. And that's going to be the games we are having tomorrow, and one more game beside USA, Iran, that's going to be tomorrow, that England against Wales. Those are from the Group B. Wales against England, USA, Iran, and then the other match is missing from the A team is Ecuador against Qatar. That's Ecuador is winning 2-0. Now, yes, thank you very much. We keep in touch on social media. This is Carlos Montero from Doha, Qatar.